Alright, let's dive into something that's honestly pretty mind-blowing. Imagine a species that was completely wiped out in a country, gone for over a century, and now, against all odds, a chick from that very species is born in a wildlife park. That's exactly what's happened with the white-tailed sea eagle in Ireland, and it's a story that's equal parts hopeful and fascinating. Here's the deal. Fota Wildlife Park in Cork just announced the birth of a white-tailed sea eagle chick, a species that hasn't naturally existed in Ireland since the 19th century. Personally, I think this is one of those moments where conservation efforts really pay off, and it's a reminder that extinction isn't always permanent, if we act fast enough. What makes this really interesting is the backstory. These eagles, with their massive 2.5-meter wingspan, were once a common sight along the Irish coast. But human intervention, think hunting, habitat destruction, drove them to extinction. Fast forward to today, and thanks to a collaborative effort between Ireland, Norway, and local communities, over 200 of these eagles have been reintroduced since 2007. The fact that the population is now self-sustaining? That's huge. It's not just about bringing back a bird, it's about restoring an entire ecosystem. From my perspective, this is a textbook example of how international cooperation and long-term commitment can reverse environmental damage. Now, let's talk about Fota Wildlife Park's role in all this. They've been part of the recovery program since 1991, and this chick is their 6th successful breeding. What many people don't realize is that breeding these eagles in captivity isn't easy. It requires meticulous care, and the fact that the parents, Ian and Tony, have been described as attentive is a big deal. It shows that even in a controlled environment, natural behaviors can thrive. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just a win for the eagles, it's a win for the idea that humans can actively undo some of the harm we've caused. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. Fota isn't stopping at eagles. They've also been head-starting curlews, boosting natterjack toad populations, and breeding white-clawed crayfish. This raises a deeper question: what does it mean for a wildlife park to go beyond just displaying animals and become a hub for conservation? In my opinion, places like Fota are redefining what zoos and parks can be. They're not just attractions, they're active participants in saving species. A detail I find fascinating is how they're tackling such a wide range of species, from birds to amphibians to crustaceans. It's a holistic approach that acknowledges the interconnectedness of ecosystems. And let's not forget the other new arrivals at Fota this summer. A critically endangered Nubian giraffe calf. 3 Asiatic lion cubs. These aren't just cute additions to the park, they're part of a global effort to keep these species from disappearing. What this really suggests is that conservation isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. Each species requires a tailored approach, and Fota seems to be nailing it. Personally, I think their work highlights the importance of captive breeding programs in a world where habitats are shrinking faster than ever. If you ask me, the birth of this white-tailed sea eagle chick is more than just a feel-good story. It's a symbol of resilience, both for the species and for the people working to save it. It's also a reminder that extinction isn't inevitable. With enough effort, we can bring species back from the brink. But here's the thing, it's not just about celebrating the wins. It's about asking ourselves what else we can do. Are there other species on the brink that we could save? How can we support conservation efforts in our own communities? This story isn't just about a chick, it's about the possibility of redemption. And that, to me, is what makes it so powerful.